Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and let me do this all over again. Wow. I do this every morning and you'd think I would have it memorized by now, right? Anyway, it is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. All right, today is Thursday, August 11th, and I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify, and then you can follow me there as well. Hey, let me know if you've connected on Spotify. Somebody just put up there, I'm on Spotify. I found you on Spotify. I'm just curious. Also, if you'd like to connect to me personally, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information if you have any questions for me. So sure enough, go to contactlarry.com, and like I said before, let me know if you've already connected on Spotify. I'm just curious. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, don't forget to hit that share button, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show, as I said, on Spotify, so don't forget to do it. All right. You can also comment live during the show on YouTube and Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. All right, let me see who says hi so far. Whole bunch of people saying hi. Let me see if I can see if they are up there. Okay, it looks like we got Tommy and Bill and Mark and Deb and James and Peter and Linda. And James says he's not on Spotify. That's all right. I'm just curious to see if anybody subscribed to it. All right. Don't forget, if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard, so please go to the Money Chat Now page and comment there, so I can recognize you. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the recap, the travel costs that are dropping, busing illegals to New York City, and also Chinese batteries for cars. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class tonight. That's right, tonight. Come to investorschooling.com, sign up for a complimentary class tonight, and you will learn about real estate investing, you will learn about stock options trading, and you will learn about it from those who do it every day. Real quick, by the way, do you know anybody who would really enjoy this show? Maybe it's for the great market advice or maybe for the comedic parodies. Please share the show with them by clicking the share button and sharing it directly on their page. You can also share it in groups as well and help your friends make more money and laugh in the morning. By the way, I also want to remind you guys that next week I'm away. Tomorrow will be my last show of the week. And next week I'm away, but my producer and I decided that instead of running best of show repeats, we're going to release a new fresh set of interviews every day next week. So we have some awesome interviews for your enjoyment. Each one will teach you something, entertain you, and introduce you to some amazing people. So make sure you tune in next week while I'm away. And I'm going to tell you, these are some great interviews. You really want to listen to these. They're going to be great. All right, let's get into the meat and let's see what is going on. All right. Yesterday was a pretty great day. It was all about the CPI report, and the results read just like this. The headline consumer price index for July rose 8.5% year over year, and it was flat compared to June. Economists surveyed by the Dow Jones were expecting increases of 8.7% and 0.2% respectively, so they came in a tad under Wall Street's prediction. But wait a minute. That's still 8.5% inflation. Was anybody paying attention to that part? Obviously, for you guys who don't know, Joe Biden wasn't. Joe Biden said, hey, we had 0% inflation. Can somebody just wake the freaking guy up? So the market rallied on the news of it missing the estimate, but holy cow, it's still 8.5% inflation year over year. That's insane. We still now need to see what the Federal Reserve will do about raising interest rates. My guess it'll still be 7.75 basis points, not 50 basis points. Why? Because it's still 8.5% inflation, and the Fed is still playing catch-up from 6 years ago. Well, the market jumped 500 points in the news, and if you remember, that was my prediction yesterday. It's exactly what I said was going to happen. I also said it might be time to play a put on the SPY, and we'll see how that works out. For me today, I'll let you know, I did sell some options at a profit and took the winnings as a reward. In fact, all of the cruise lines were top gainers yesterday. Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and Carnival all jumped. Norwegian was the leader as it jumped 12% yesterday. Remember, Norwegian was the first to remove all COVID requirements from cruises, and that will definitely make bookings soar. I'm waiting for the others to do the same, and guess what? This morning I actually looked at Carnival. Was it Carnival? No, I'm sorry. I looked at Royal Caribbean, and once again I see Royal Caribbean is dropping vaccine mandates as of September. Yoo! So the markets actually held their ground yesterday, though. I expected a decline around 2 o'clock, but there were no real changes. The Dow closed up 477 points, the S&P was up 70, and the NASDAQ was the big winner, up 360. But here's the best part. The VIX is now below 20. That's pretty exciting news, and that'll mean that the market is returning to normalcy. It'll be a great for me because charting stocks will become easier and more predictable. Here was another interesting move. Coinbase actually jumped 6.5% after the abysmal earnings report yesterday. The reason is probably because some crypto prices keep moving up. This will probably cause a crypto rally in the next quarter reports, and this will, of course, make Coinbase profits rise, and that makes investors happy, right? When profits rise, investors get happy. Twitter climbed on the news that Elon Musk sold about $7 billion in Tesla stock. So the thought is that he needs the money to close the Twitter deal and make good on the purchase. Anything's possible. I don't know. We'll see. Here's another oddity, though. H&R Block, the stock hit a 52-week high at $45.50 a share yesterday. The jump of 15% was all about them raising the dividend. That's a good thing that they raise the dividend and make the stock go up. But I took it to look at the stock, and actually it's all-time high. I'm kind of curious if they feel that more people will use their service now that the government is hiring all kinds of new agents. Who knows? It's bizarre. Besides that, I really can't see any other reason for the increase. So all in all, it was a good day yesterday. The Dow is at almost 34,000 again, and that is above the 33,000 I predicted as the high. So, we could have something here. We could have a breakout, or we could have it just drop back down. My best guess, though, says we're headed down from here. We have the end of earnings seasons coming right now. We have taxes coming up in September. Actually, for all those who, like me, get extensions. So a lot of people don't realize that September is the last day for extensions. So we might have a quick run up, but it means that people are going to sell. So typically it means the market will start to retreat. So who knows? The next big news will be the Fed interest rate decision, and that will have a lot to do with the direction of the market. We have another 313 companies reporting earnings today, and that will be the last of the big earnings days. On Friday, we also have a bunch of dividends being paid out. So pro tip here, when dividends get released, many investors sell the stocks. That can mean a bad day for the S&P on Friday. Actually, I kind of hope so because I got an S&P put. All right, look for it, and if I'm right, we'll see what happens. I did miss the meta play. I actually told you guys to do it. It was up about 12 points midday. That would have been a really nice options play. What are you going to do? Yesterday, after the bell, Disney released their earnings and the news that they will be raising their price on Disney Plus about 38%. So the stock actually jumped 6%. And this was another play I predicted yesterday as well. However, I'm not an earnings player. I don't like to buy stuff just for earnings, so I didn't. But I often had a feeling that it was going to do well, because when you buy stuff over earnings, it leads to danger. All right, let's take a look at the market right now. We got the Dow is up 148, the S&P is up 14, and the NASDAQ is up 31.5. So not bad at all. And we'll have to see what the world's going to bring. Let's talk about travel. Let's talk about travel and travel costs. So I spoke a minute ago about travel stocks and how I'm a big fan of the plays into the new year. One of the biggest hits that the travel stocks had post-scamdemic was the cost of fuel. As you've seen, fuel costs are starting to come back down to reality, right? And because of this, the travel industry has less costs and they need to pass on to the consumer. So average ticket prices are falling, and that's good news for both travelers and airlines. Airfares fell nearly 8% from June to July, while prices for rental cars and lodging, such as hotels, declined 9.5% and about 3% respectively. According to the CPI report issued yesterday, it was the second consecutive month of price declines for the category. Airline ticket prices peaked in May this year, and of course that was driven by factors like elevated consumer demand coming out of the COVID coma, relaxed travel restrictions like no more masks, and they also had operational issues for airlines such as high jet fuel costs and staffing shortages. Despite the recent cooling, travel largely remains pricier than it was pre-scamdemic. So airfare this July is up about 16% versus July 2019. And that's basically according to the Consumer Price Index data that came out yesterday. So the settling of travel costs will be good news all around. People will travel again and airlines will have full flights. I'm looking forward to getting on a plane tomorrow and seeing if the plane is full. Look, my first class seat is definitely more expensive, but hey, I'm worth it. By the way, you guys going anywhere this summer? Let me know if you guys are going anywhere this summer. Put it out make a comment. Let me know if you're traveling this year. And by the way, as I said, as of September 5th, no more vaccine requirements on some cruises by Royal Caribbean. So soon all cruises will be vax-free and test-free. And let me know in the comments if you want to take a cruise or vacation. I'll see you guys in about a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. Come on, it's a great class tonight. You definitely want to come. 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Rumble or Spotify. And of course, if you'd like to connect to me personally, you want to reach out to me, say hi, you want to reach out to me, ask me a question, or even have a quick appointment with me, go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And you'll also find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. Whole bunch of people I got to say hello to. We got James and Glenn and Jose and John and Lewis. And, Lewis got mad at me yesterday because I used the F word. Sorry, Lewis, but it was a really funny joke the way I used it. All right, we got Ken, and we got another Ken, and we got Rob, and we got Tom and Robin, and my brother Seth. Everybody say hi, Seth. And then Linda says that she wants to go on a trip. I bet she does. All right, I'm spending the weekend in Camden, says Mark. All right, cool. In Camden? Did you really say Camden? At first I looked at that, I'm like, okay. I thought he meant something else. Well, Mark, listen, if you're going to spend the weekend in Camden, I suggest a bulletproof vest, a gun, and I don't know, maybe some bodyguards? All right, I know the FBI might have some extra bodyguards for you if you'd like. All right, so far we've been discussing the recap and update. Right now the Dow is up 153, the S&P is up 18, and the NASDAQ is up 66. We talked about the fact that travel costs are dropping, and Royal Caribbean is dropping their vaccine requirements. Yay! They're not all dropped yet, but on some of the cruises they are. Coming up, we have busing illegals to New York. This is hysterical. And then we have Chinese batteries for cars. I guess after you eat those, you're hungry an hour later? Anyway. All right. And of course, we have today's picks and plays. But did you hit the like button yet? Did you hit the share button yet? Leave me a comment. And if you haven't already, say hi. And don't forget to order my new book called Money Hacks. And if you ordered it, please leave me a review on Amazon. We have quite a few reviews on Barnes & Noble. We only have a few reviews on Amazon right now. So if you did order it, you did read it, go to Amazon.com, go back there, and please leave me a review. I really appreciate that. All right, let's get into the second half. This is hysterical. We have clearly hit the wall of comedy in this country. I say comedy because anything else would be, I guess, a tragedy. Some unbelievable things that are happening right now. They just have to make you laugh or you're going to go insane. Have you heard this one yet? Governor Abbott in Texas has decided to try and save his state taxpayers from the fate of providing food and shelter to the thousands of illegal migrants coming over the border by sending the illegal immigrants to New York City and Washington, D.C. No, really, this is what he's doing. He gathers up busloads of people and has them driven to New York City and Washington, D.C., and then drops them off. Look, New York boasted that they're this sanctuary city and they have the resources to help all people. Governor Abbott is just using that information to help people, isn't he? What a kind guy he is. It is so comical and it is so true. I gotta love the Republicans. They're so brash and brave. And this is probably from the good old Trump years. They probably, realized that if Trump could be brash and brave, let everybody else be brash and brave. This is hysterical. But wait till you hear this part. Mayor Adams of New York just threatened to send New Yorkers to Texas. Adams is threatening to send busloads of New Yorkers to Texas to campaign door-to-door against Abbott in the upcoming gubernatorial election. It's basically retaliation for Texas sending busloads of illegals to the Big Apple. Are you thinking what I'm thinking here? Well, wait and see if your thoughts are the same as Governor Abbott's thoughts, because this was his statement in return. Governor Abbott says, because of high taxes, out-of-control crime, and poor leadership by the mayor, people are voluntarily leaving New York City without even the mayor asking. Now, that's hysterical. I couldn't make that up. That's hysterical that he's actually saying they're already leaving New York City. The clash between the governor of Texas and the mayor of New York came hours before 3 more buses arrived in New York City on Wednesday morning. Now, check this out. In D.C., the mayor, Muriel Bowser, recently called the situation a humanitarian crisis and requested the deployment of the National Guard. That request was, of course, denied. But think about the hypocrisy. These liberal-leaning nutcase mayors are now beginning to experience a small taste of what Texans and Arizonans are feeling every day as their borders are being crashed because brain-dead Biden and his minion do nothing about tens of thousands of illegal immigrants crossing the border. The D.C. mayor had the nerve to ask the National Guard for help. Ask them to go to Texas and to the rest of the border to stop the influx of this mess. The mess that not only brings in tens of thousands of people that we as Americans have to feed and educate, but what about all the drugs coming across the border? It's easier to get fentanyl into the United States than it is to get a vape pipe on a plane in Russia. Hey, that's an idea. Let's get the Russians to work at our borders. That could solve the problem. Oh wait, that might happen if Biden stays in office too long. Only difference would be that the Russians would be keeping you and I inside the border while we're forced to learn Russian and drink vodka. All right, let's talk about China batteries. Hey, we all know that when Biden was placed in the office, he was handed an energy self-dependent country. We no longer needed to import any oil from anywhere if he would have just let it alone. It's like that meme that says, forget Build Back Better, how about you just put it back to the way it was instead? Well, since we're getting our oil from our enemies like Russia and Saudi Arabia, would it surprise you that our batteries are now coming from, guess what? China. Let's become dependent on another soon-to-be enemy. This way we can have our economy collapse from within. Who needs nuclear weapons? All we need to do is keep allowing presidents like Biden to be appointed, and other countries can mothball their weapons. We will be begging them to take us over. I guess that's the new Green Deal. They'll no longer have nuclear weapons because they don't need them anymore. We will need their food, we will need their oil, we will need their electronics, and of course their batteries to run our soon useless electric cars. Ford just announced that they would be raising the starting price for its electric F-150 pickup due to significant material cost increases. The increases range from $6,000 to $8,500 depending on the model. So if you wanted to buy a Ford F-150 electric truck, it is now more than $6,000 to $8,500 more than it was 3 months ago. Ford isn't alone. Tesla increased the U.S. prices in June. But wait, there's more to the story. Prices of all lithium, cobalt, and nickel have risen sharply over the past year as demand from battery makers has outpaced miners' efforts to increase supply. So we can't mine battery material fast enough for the demand of cars. Hello? Is anyone in the White House listening yet? Technology takes time to change. You can't just change it overnight. So here's the latest solution for Ford. Last month, Ford said that it will begin offering LFP batteries from Chinese battery maker CATL. And they don't use nickel or cobalt. This will be the lower cost option in the Mustang Mach-E next year. The company plans to expand the option to the F-150 Lightning in 2024. So there you have it, Chinese batteries. Does anyone learn from the past? I don't know, man. I'm telling you right now, hold on to your internal combustion engine for as long as you can. You'll be the only one on the road in a few years. And by the way, the articles I researched did not say if the Chinese battery gives as much mileage as the American-made batteries, but I bet you already know the answer. Unbelievable. All right, guys, let's take a break, and I will talk to you when we come back, and we'll talk to you about the picks and the plays coming. See you in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, I want to remind you that this show is now open to sponsorship. I have sold hundreds of books to people who listen and watch the show every day. We have raving fans, and if you'd like to advertise your product on the show, please reach out and let me know. You can also reach me for this or just about anything you'd like to discuss at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And by the way, don't forget to go to the Spotify channel and subscribe. I'm just curious. I want to see if we can get all the Spotify people on there. And by the way, the other thing that's really cool about Spotify is it's audio only, as you know, and all of these stories are broken out. So you can actually break them out, and you can just listen to the last story if you wanted to, like the Chinese battery story if you want to. You can listen to, anything about, the Big Johnson stories if you want to go look them back up. So go back there, go to Spotify, look them up, and they're all titled great for you. I am laughing at some of the most hysterical stuff that's going on the comments. Seth writes, can you get the batteries at a dollar store for $1.25? Yeah, maybe. Probably in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if you go buy a Tesla in the future for $1.25 because it'd be useless. All right now, the Dow is up 154, the S&P is up 18, and the NASDAQ is up 67. All right, we talked about travel costs dropping, and that's a good thing. We also talked about the fact that Royal Caribbean is going to be dropping their vaccine mandates as of September. We talked about busing illegals to New York. I just find that so hysterical. And the fact that Chinese batteries are being used for cars. Coming up, we do have today's picks and plays. Did you guys hit that like button? Come on, I haven't asked you to hit the like button in a while. Everybody hit the like button right now. Stop, take a minute, hit the like button, hit the share button. Share it with your friends. Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or in groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. Great tips for the day. Let's get there. All right, today we will see Wall Street digest the CPI report from yesterday. So basically, we're going to see what's going to happen. Yes, inflation is easing, but come on, it's still 8.5% year over year. But according to Joe Biden, it's 0%. Wake up, Joe. Please, just wake up. We shouldn't be cheering that. We now have the good news that by the way, speaking of inflation, if inflation was 0%, that would be really bad too, by the way, Joe. I don't know if you realize that, but if inflation is 0%, not in the 2 to 3s, we have the opposite problem. So, yeah, 8.5% is really, really bad, and 0% will be really, really bad too, Joe. All right. I also realized that yesterday I felt that the market was going to be going up a little bit, so I took a little bit of profit yesterday. Many of the holdouts will be taking their profits today. My guess is we will see the Dow move down slowly at first and probably close down about 200 to 250 points. It's just speculation on my part based on experience. I'm curious to see if I'm right. I'm also waiting out the market for some plays. I'm looking for a dip that be after earnings season ends, and that'll be the beginning of the end of the rally. I would like to see us build momentum on the next earnings season, as many of the companies will have low estimates in their earnings. By the way, did you get a SPY put? I did. I got a SPY put yesterday. I'm thinking that tomorrow the S&P will drop about a total of 50 points. See that they're already trying to censor me. All right. So a couple of stocks I might suggest is CCL. I recommend RCL. By the way, I actually predict RCL will probably be in the 70s, 60 or 70s by the time the year ends. And it's more likely than CCL going to 20, so it might be a better play. I would look at that as a good play. I think it'd be good. Let's take a quick look, and let's take a look at the futures one last time and see what's going on. We have the Dow is up 153. The S&P is up 18, and the NASDAQ is up 70. So Bitcoin is now crossed 24,500. And Ethereum is under 1,900. So the cryptocurrencies are moving with the momentum of the stock market. Now, they used to be leading, or they used to be lagging indicators, but now they're moving together. So, I don't know. It might be very different now. I used to be able to predict what the market was going to do based on crypto, but now it looks like they're actually moving together. That's a good thing and a bad thing. That actually means that, like I said, that the top would be 28,000 for Bitcoin, and then it would drop again. So I may be right, because it actually looks like that's where we're headed, and it also looks like that's where the market is headed. So we'll see. Gold and silver are still boring. Gold is about 1,800, and silver is about 20. I don't know. There's really nothing here. But the other thing too is the silver manufacturers, or not manufacturers, but the people who are selling silver, they're selling it for so expensive. I don't even want to buy it. It's so ridiculously high. So the Treasury bond is moving up, and it's about 2.77%. No real change from yesterday, and that's a good thing. I do want to also add now, the average mortgage rate is still just over 6%. I got to be honest with you, 6% really isn't bad, so stop worrying about it being 6%. It's not a big deal. Okay, so it's not 3%, but at the same time, 3% was ridiculously low, and 6% is still low. Oil is about $89 a barrel right now, and the average gas price keeps moving down. It is now officially below $4 a gallon. Woohoo! I'll be honest, don't expect it to go much lower. The below $4 is the political correctness number for the Democrats. So now that they can talk about gas prices being below $4, look what we did. And we could say, and inflation is at 0%, because Americans are too dumb to understand that inflation is at 8.5% and gas is still $2 higher than it was when the idiot took place. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here live every morning at 7:30. Tell your friends. We're here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name again is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And don't forget, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. Make it a profitable day.